all the new stuff for this week. Oh, they actually had 2 copies here. The website said they had 1. Does have a nice slipcover. I just wish the movie was a lot better than what it was. But it just wasn't. Such a shame. So welcome to a quick edition of Movie Stop, and I do mean quick because I didn't record any of the footage of the things I did today. I went out to a couple of thrift shops. I went out to a Walmart and a Target out further away from where I live. Unfortunately, I didn't record anything because there was really nothing there that I hadn't already shown off in the clips I showed earlier. But I will show you the stuff I did pick up over the last couple of weeks, because as you can see here, there's a lot here to talk about. So I'll go ahead and start off with the stuff I got a couple weeks ago, and I'll start off with Minions: The Rise of Gru. I got the Target exclusive edition a couple weeks ago. I actually got this on a Monday. It was Labor Day when I went over there, and they already had the Minions movies already out there a day before this was supposed to come out. So naturally, I picked it up. I didn't think at first I was even going to get this, because sometimes when they put stuff out too early, they tell me that I can't buy it. But surprisingly, Target let me buy it that day. So I actually have not seen this movie yet. I was going to go see it in theaters before Thor: Love and Thunder, but things got on the way. I just never got around to seeing it. So finally, I can watch this movie and judge it for myself. I've actually heard it's not that bad. The trailers for it make it look a whole lot worse. And I've actually heard it's better than the first movie. So we will see. I've also heard that it's almost as annoying as the first movie. But I like the first Minions movie, honestly. I really am not a big Illumination fan. I've just come to realize that fact. There's only been a few movies from them I've actually really liked. I've liked The Grinch. I've liked the 2 Sing movies. I've liked The Secret Life of Pets. Those are the only ones I watch over and over again. But every other one is just kind of like, it's not bad, but there have been some bad ones. The Lorax, I still think, is one of the worst movies by a mainstream animation studio ever. But hopefully this turns out to be okay. So the other thing I picked up this 2 weeks ago was 3:10 to Yuma, the brand new Best Buy exclusive steelbook. Phenomenal film. Russell Crowe, Christian Bale, directed by James Mangold of Walk the Line and Logan fame. Just a great Western. Not a lot of people really talk about this one anymore, unfortunately, but it's a really damn good movie. If you haven't seen this movie, please go check it out. I'm sure you can find this at Best Buy right now, or you can find it on streaming. Definitely check it out. It's a really damn good movie, and probably one of the best remakes of recent memory, honestly. So now we get to the stuff from this past weekend. I'm not too thrilled with this one, because I've talked bad about this movie the last couple of weeks and months, but I'm a collector. I have to add this to my collection. I'm not too thrilled with this, because once you see it, you're going to realize why I'm so... I'll just go ahead and show it to you. I got Lightyear. Probably the worst movie I've seen all year. Not because it's an overall bad movie, but I think it's just... It's one of the worst. It's my pick so far for the worst movie of the year, just because of the hype that they built up around it, the fact that they lied to us about what kind of movie we were supposed to get from this. This was not a movie that was made in 1995 that would have made Andy say, "I want a Buzz Lightyear." He would have seen this movie and be like, "This is not a convincing superhero. I'm sorry." And that the way they end this, the way that they pull this really stupid twist out of is in this movie. It's just. That was my breaking point. Like, you can see I haven't opened it yet. But honestly, I don't think I'm ever going to open this, honestly. I know I'm probably missing out on double points for the Disney Movie Insiders thing, but you know what? I don't want to open this movie, because I'm never going to watch this movie again. I'm sorry. I want to add this to my collection. It's going to be there with a New Mutants steelbook that I bought a couple years ago. It's gonna look nice on the shelf, but you know what? I'm never going to watch that movie, and I'm never going to watch this movie again. But I will buy it for the steelbook. It's a nice-looking steelbook for a movie that overall was... I'm making it sound a whole lot worse than it actually is, but they promised us so much more with this movie, and that's why it's one of the worst movies, maybe the worst movie I've seen all year. But we still have a few months to go, so Hopefully something will come by and change that, but I highly doubt it. But thought I heard something. But with that said, let's go ahead and move on to the next thing I picked up, and that is another movie that's bad, but it's an interesting failure. It's one of those interesting failures that comes out of Hollywood every once in a while, and that is Cool World. This is the brand new Shout Factory edition, which includes a 4K scan of the original film, approved by Ralph Bakshi. You also get a behind-the-scenes featurette in this, and at least it's gonna look nice. It's a movie that makes no sense whatsoever. It's, like I said, it's one of the most interesting failures of recent movie history, and I'm going to talk about this in the Time About the Movies episode coming up pretty soon, because we're getting close to the summer of '92, which is when this movie came out, so I will save my full thoughts on that for later. Next up, another Target exclusive, the Pitch Perfect Trilogy, 10th Anniversary Edition. The first two Pitch Perfect movies were actually pretty decent surprises. I really enjoyed these movies so much. In a way, it's kind of like the Mighty Ducks of acapella music. If you replace the hockey with acapella, it's pretty much this, and this series kind of goes that way. I never saw Pitch Perfect 3 until recently, and there was a pretty good reason why I never saw Pitch Perfect 3, because the trailers were really bad. I had no interest in seeing this movie. I finally watched it on TV a few months ago, and it's not good. It's definitely a lot better than I thought it was going to be, but it's still not as good as the first two movies. But this is a Target exclusive, and you also get not only do you get the trilogy, you get a pitch pipe in here, and also a book, and you get, like I said, you get all three movies. So for this is only $23 at Target. And I figure, you know what, a Target exclusive for this, it's worth having Pitch Perfect 3 in there just for that set. It's a nice looking set. These next couple titles here came from the various thrift shops I went to earlier in the week. There's a couple here around my neck of the woods, and I found some nice stuff in there. Stuff that I was thinking about maybe selling, but you know what? I'll keep them for the collector's sake. You got The Dark Knight Rises. I already have this movie, but I don't have this particular cover, which is very nice. And I was an extra in this movie. I was an extra for the football stadium scene. I remember, that's one of the days I'll never forget, back in 2011 when they were filming this movie, and I got to see Tom Hardy as Bane for the first time. I really like this movie. I don't think it's as good as Dark Knight, but it's still a pretty good movie. Oh, by the way, happy Batman Day. As you can see, I have my Batman shirt on for my third favorite Batman movie of all time, first two being The Dark Knight and Batman Mask of the Phantasm, which I could have gone to see in theaters today, but I decided not to. I missed out on a chance to see one of my favorite movies of all time on the big screen, but you know what? It's going to be on TV later tonight, so I'll just cut my losses there. Next up, we have this double feature set of Rookie of the Year and The Sandlot. Don't have Rookie of the Year. I have The Sandlot on another DVD set. These were only $1 at the thrift shop that I went to. Indian in the Cupboard, which I did not have on DVD. I remember watching this movie a lot as a kid. And like I said, it was only $1, so I picked it up. And then these last four I have here are Walmart sets for different. These are different Walmart sets for. Actually, I'm missing one here. Hold on a sec. Okay, so a couple months ago, I got this E.T. glow-in-the-dark slipcover, and it's a nice-looking slipcover. E.T. is one of my favorite movies of all time, so as you can already tell from here, I double-dipped on it because it's a different color. This is a green cover instead of the blue cover that I have here. It's pretty much the same box set from this one here. Quite literally the same box set, but like I said, E.T. is one of my favorite movies of all time, and I wanted to get the brand new set here. Just turn the light back on my computer, so that's why it went dim for a second. But yeah, I bought that one, and then they had some other sets, and I basically double-dipped on all these. I got the Gremlins Halloween set, the nice-looking slipcover for this one. And I don't remember who this gremlin is. I haven't seen this movie in a while, so definitely going to check it out again this Halloween. So, there. This was the one I had to get Us and Get Out, the double feature set. Just a nice-looking slipcover for that one. And I was thinking about getting this because it was in the $7.50 bin at Walmart for the longest time. That's how much I paid for this slipcover here, and now I'm glad I waited for it. Beetlejuice, Michael Keaton. What more can you say about Beetlejuice? Classic movie. Looking forward to watching this again this Halloween. Had to get that. And I'm so happy that I finally have this now in my collection. This has been at this Walmart for so long. I finally decided, you know what? Now's the time to get it. I finally have the Beetlejuice Complete Series set. It's been in my Walmart for several months now. It was there with the Beetlejuice box set. I just figured, you know what? Now's the time to get it. So I picked it up. It was $25. Couldn't pass this up. It's Shout Factory. They usually are the best at putting this stuff together. I couldn't pass this up, man. Just a chance to see this movie again, this series again. Used to watch this on Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon a lot back in the day. Really looking forward to checking this out again for Halloween. I think it'll hold up. I mean, honestly, I think it will still hold up because the intro for this still holds up after so many years. Go and watch the theme song again if you haven't watched it again recently. It's definitely worth it, and it was definitely worth picking this up now. Finally, I can finally say I have this in my collection now. So happy to pick this up. So that's everything I picked up this week, and that's pretty much it. I mean, I really could have gone to see The Woman King since I've heard a lot of good things about that one. I'm gonna hold off on that for now. I am gonna see it at some point. I know next week I'll be going out because I'm gonna be going to see that new Olivia Wilde movie, Don't Worry, Darling, and then the Avatar re-release. I'm gonna do that for the next Talking About the Movies episode that'll come out next week. Other than that, that's pretty much all I got for you this week. So, thank you guys for watching this episode. Thank you for continuing to support the channel. If you want to see more stuff like this, check out the videos on the next page. I'll see you guys for the next video tomorrow, though. So, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time, and until then, as always, take care.